So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Greg Wild. First month of the calendar in the NFL. Had some great games, some finishes that were pretty special, the usual surprises. Now, we hit October, and like you said, this is where the season really gets going.
Yeah, doesn't it just feel like on the NFL calendar, every month kind of has its own vibe, right? It's September, you're just starting to figure out how good you are. You don't even know how good your own team is, let alone the rest of the league. But once the calendar page turns to October, things start to become a little bit more clear. We know the contenders. We know the teams that have a...
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. 3 plays in, and a test. It's 3rd and 2. It'll be a pickup of 10, and that will be a first down.
Over the last couple years, Mike, we've seen the trend in the NFL is that 3rd down has really become a passing down, but not here. Not for this team. They keep the ball on the ground. They're able to pick up a big gain, fresh set of downs.
Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. Now this time they'll look to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 5 yards. Play 8 of the opening drive coming up. And now they face 3rd down. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. They find the end zone here on the opening drive, and Greg, they're able to do it in the air.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? I mean, this secondary, they had their hands full there. Are we going to see it repeated throughout the rest of this game, or are they going to have some answers on defense?
Now, for the point after. No problem with the footing. The kick is good. And the visitors will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7th. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
Coming off a loss last time out, I think the #1 goal today, Mike, is he needs to make a bigger impact on the outcome of today's game. Last week, he was not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it was really just a modest performance. He was okay. Well, okay at the quarterback position is not a winning formula week in and week out in the NFL. They need him to be a difference maker. They need him to be a dynamic playmaker. He's capable of all those things, and if we can get that level of play out of him today, I think they can expect a different.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Quarterback's having a hard time establishing any sort of rhythm here early against this defense. He fails to connect on the first down pass. They give him another opportunity through the air on second, and it gets even worse. If they can't protect the quarterback and they can't get him some easy completions, it just makes...
That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ball game. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That is brought in at the 10. And he's in for the touchdown. His second catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the first quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer, because right now, they don't have one.
The PAT, up and good. And the visitors will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. He's across midfield. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. How about this one, too, to start the drive? Mark him off with a gain of 24 and another first down.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
At the 17-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession. Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit, he does a great job here, able to put that one through.
This taken at the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. Here's first and 10. They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw yet again. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Take a look here at those receiving numbers from his game a week ago. Here's 2nd and 9. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
The pressure gets there, and he goes down. A sack that should be the final play of this first quarter. We are through one. Plenty of scoring already. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. So on 4th down, they'll call out the field goal unit. This is going to be from 53 yards out. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the visitors going to open up a 17-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
3rd and long. He'll get this out quickly to his left. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. And now here comes the punt team. Look it up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully.
At their own 26-yard line.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They send the tight end in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing right, it's taken in. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
First down, San Antonio.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
They'll throw out of the gun. That one complete to Johnson. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll go with a counter on first down. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 46-yard line.
Quick throw here is complete. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd and 2. Open man, left side, he's got it. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll send him over to the left. They'll look to throw here on first down. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. They'll look to throw again. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he'll be taken down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play calling. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
A run on 1st and goal. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire. So the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the visitors will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This one taken at the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7.
At the 28-yard line.
Now he takes off. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Let's go.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. That one into the hands of Smart. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. He'll tuck it and take off. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. And he'll take it on in. Has a touchdown. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. Throw on the run is complete.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. Following the penalty, they'll run it. Not much happening there, just a short game. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. Whoa. A gain there of 10 yards. That's enough for a first down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. And this defense comes through with the turnover.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The home team's offense going to take over just before the half. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet. Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground here again. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we have a 10-point game here at halftime as we send you to Orlando. We'll check in with the coach. Jonathan Coachman has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment.
And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. This team's offense ready to see what they can do. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Now they'll set up. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
To the right side here, pass is caught. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down. Special teams on the field, ready for this punt. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Receiver in motion, headed left. He'll look to throw. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. They'll look to throw. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Here's a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Once the quarterback leaves the pocket, the hope is that it buys him a little time to allow second reaction from his receivers downfield. What he's not accounting for is the speed of a lot of these defensive ends in the league, Mike. He closed that distance a lot faster than I think the quarterback anticipated, and he comes away with a sack.
So now this team's offense ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one. Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Give them 14 on that one. And that will be a 1st down.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a 1st down.
A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Now a give up the middle. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. to him on first down. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
He'll drop to throw. He'll get this out wide. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. He'll turn and hand this one off. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Quick hitting slant there. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. That is caught, and they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. He puts it up, and it's caught for the score. That's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Tight end going in motion here. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Running these underneath crossing routes, you wouldn't imagine lead to a lot of explosive plays, but when done right, if you can get the receiver in open space and get the ball in their hands, there's a lot of opportunity for big run after the catch and generate chunk plays.
First down throw there is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
A quick throw here on the RPO. It's caught by Johnson.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So It's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
On fourth down, out comes the punter. He's on for the second time to try to get something inside the 10. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. Quick throw, taken in, and he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Motion man set right. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10. Let's go. They motion a receiver right. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Going for it all. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. We're about ready now for the punt. We'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. This offense and their wide receiver heading back onto the field. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Open man, the tight end, straight down the field. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, going right. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. No one open, he'll drop it to his running back. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On play action, he'll set up to throw. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. That pickup, good for 29 yards.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
He's taken down just shy of the 10. Now a timeout for injury. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. They'll run it. This is Scott. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The extra point is up and through. And the visitors will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. And that'll be enough for a first down. Up the middle they go. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
A 47-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Slot receiver, headed right. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
And that is incomplete.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. There's that man again, another catch. Inside the 10. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 71 yards. It is a touchdown. That is 3 touchdowns in the game and 4 for the season. Now the try here for the point after. He's got it. And the visitors are going to extend their lead.
Visitors 34, our home team 20.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. This one complete right side. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll take off again. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down.
When you find yourself trailing here late in the game, decision-making is critical. Not only is he able to extend the drive by picking up the 1st down with his legs, great job by the quarterback understanding, get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible as they try to make a comeback.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Sending a receiver right. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Oh, high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. And he will get down here as he wisely avoids the contact.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. They'll drop to throw. To the back of the end zone. He's got it for the touchdown.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive.
Now remember, all scoring plays are reviewed. Tight game, tight call. They're going to take a good long look at this one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Scott now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. This offense making its way back on the field, led by their wide receiver. A carry now for Scott. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. On the handoff, this is Moss. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to this second down play. Now a give on the ground. Now a second timeout called by the defense. Talk things over before third down. A run out of the gun with Moss. Now this defense will use a third and final timeout. And will take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. Back to throw. And he's going to go down. The pressure once again too much. And that should wrap this one up.
And it all came down to that play. The offense finds themselves trailing, all out of their timeouts. The defense knew they were one stop away from ending this game, and they came up big when their team needed it.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So, it's a win for our visitors. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way. They're going to come away from here with a well-earned victory. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.